Emma, a dedicated nurse in her 30s, works at a busy hospital in New York City. She has spent a decade caring for patients with compassion and skill, though her personal life remains empty after a heartbreaking relationship that made her distance herself from love. Emma finds fulfillment in her profession, healing not just with medical treatment but with her emotional care. Her life takes a turn when a new patient, David, is admitted after a serious car accident. David's injuries are significant, but it is the overwhelming sadness in his eyes that captures Emma's attention. She soon learns that David lost his wife in the accident, and the grief he carries is nearly unbearable. As Emma tends to him, she feels an unexpected pull toward him, though she tries to remain professional. Despite her inner fears, she begins to spend more time with him, drawn to his pain and the need to ease his suffering. Emma is torn between her role as his nurse and her growing emotional connection to him, unaware that her own healing journey has begun. Over the weeks of David's recovery, Emma and David grow closer. Their conversations evolve from the formalities of medical care into deeply personal discussions. David opens up about the loss of his wife, and the weight of his grief resonates with Emma. She, too, carries the pain of a past heartbreak, and in David's vulnerability, she sees parts of herself. Slowly, Emma starts to break down the emotional barriers she built around herself for protection. David, once distant and silent, finds solace in Emma's kindness. Her presence begins to soothe him, not just physically but emotionally. Their relationship moves beyond that of a nurse and patient, but Emma is conflicted. She starts to realize that she cares for David in a way she never expected. However, the fear of getting hurt again looms large, and she is hesitant to allow herself to fall for him. Emma tries to suppress her growing feelings, but she can't ignore the connection they share. David, too, starts to rely on Emma's visits, as she becomes a comforting and healing presence in his life.
David's physical recovery progresses, and he is eventually discharged from the hospital, leaving Emma feeling unexpectedly lonely. They continue to stay in touch, talking regularly and growing even closer as their conversations shift from the past to the future. David begins to rebuild his life, and Emma becomes his emotional anchor during this difficult transition. For Emma, the connection with David stirs feelings she hasn't experienced in years, and she realizes that she is falling in love with him. David, too, acknowledges how important Emma has become to him, confessing that her kindness and care have been central to his healing process. One evening, David admits to Emma that he has developed feelings for her, expressing his desire to take their relationship beyond friendship. Emma is filled with joy, but also fear. Her past heartbreak makes her hesitant, and she's unsure if she's ready to let herself be vulnerable again. For days, she struggles with the decision, torn between her growing love for David and the fear of experiencing pain once more. As she reflects on their journey together, Emma begins to question whether she's ready to risk her heart for the possibility of love again. After much internal conflict, Emma realizes that she cannot continue to run from love. Her bond with David has grown too deep, and she understands that this connection is different from her past. David has brought light and warmth into her life, reminding her of the joy she thought she had lost. In the same way, Emma's compassion and support have helped David heal emotionally after the loss of his wife. Both have suffered deeply, but their love offers them a chance to rebuild their lives together. Emma finally allows herself to embrace her feelings for David. She opens up about her fears and past pain, sharing her vulnerability with him. David listens with understanding and promises to be careful with her heart. Together, they decide to take a leap of faith, acknowledging that love always carries risks, but that it can also heal even the most wounded souls. Their love blossoms, and they move forward with a shared understanding that, though imperfect, their relationship has the power to heal them both. For Emma, David is no longer just a patient. He is her partner, someone who understands and supports her. And for David, Emma is the reason he can hope again. Together, they find that love has the strength to heal even the deepest scars.